The Zone at 91.3 presents The B-Side.
Yeah, go, man.
Hey, Dylan Willis.
Hi, Dan.
Jason.
Hey.
It's been so long.
It has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Before we get into the B-side, I was just at your office the other day, and there's an advertisement going around your office about you getting a tattoo. What is this all about?
Yeah, okay. So the VIATEC Food Bank Challenge, we've been doing this for 14 years, raised like $1.7 million over the last few years to feed people here in Victoria.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a fun thing, like tech companies just donating food and cash. And so I said, we wanted to motivate people. We wanted to, start setting some new records. And so I said, if you guys donate $100,000 in cash this year, I'll get a tattoo of the VIATEC logo. And so the poster you saw is promoting that. And the most common question is, if I'm the biggest donor, do I get to decide where it goes? Yeah. And so far, no, that's not on the table. I think I don't know what $100,000 feeds like thousands of people for many months, right?
Sure.
And so I think that's a good reward. But it seems like people will not rest until it's on my neck or my butt.
Yeah, no, somebody told me you were getting a tramp stamp, so that's what I'm going for.
I would say there's probably a number. If you told me we were like going to feed like Victoria's hungry for the next decade,
yeah,
I'd probably get a tramp stamp. Yeah, I think it'd be worth it.
Okay, so if people want to take part, is this exclusive to VIATEC members, or can the general public take part?
Yeah, so the general public can take part. We on the VIATEC website, viatec.ca, we've got an area where people can make donations, and we're going to make a big push next Tuesday on Giving Tuesday so that the rest of the community can get behind it. The bottom line is this time of year is a good time of year to do this kind of things because people have a charitable state of mind. But it's also, this is a tough time of year if you're down on your luck, if you're struggling, if you're needy in any way. It's colder out there. You got more expectations from your family about presents and gifts, and so anything we can do to make the winter solstice more endurable with some food is good by me.
Fantastic.
Very
so
cool.
On the B-side today, what do we got?
So just a couple of days ago, I went out for a tour of something that I think everybody's seen, the hangar, Viking Air.
Yes.
Out by the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And that company's like more than 40 years old, right? They've been here for a long time. And I travel a lot, as we've talked about before, going to other cities. And people are like, oh, you got a tech industry. And they immediately think of apps and internet and digital things. Not many cities can say, yeah, we make frickin' airplanes.
Avionics may very well be the beginning of the tech industry, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, communications and avionics and ocean sciences are definitely the roots of why we have the research facilities and the companies that we have, for sure. And so I went to take a look because, they've really surged. I don't know how many people noticed, but in the last, decade or so, they've gone from 25 million in sales to 300 million in sales. They have 600 staff, 450 people right here in Greater Victoria. And so I toured. They've got 3 different buildings now. Right, so you're out there and you're walking around. They got 160,000 square feet between these 3 buildings and all these people building planes. And they're there's something called Lean Sigma 6. It's a kind of manufacturing approach that really is focused on efficiency and improvements. They've taken what it takes to build an airplane from 70,000 hours down to 12,000 hours because of how good they are. They have some of the best in the world at what they do. And I walked this thing. They are turning a plane. These are about $7 million Twin Otter airplanes. They seat about 19 people. If you've ever taken the Harbor Air, if you've ever gotten in one of the twin prop planes, the bigger ones, those are Twin Otters. They're churning one of those out every 15 days. Every 15 days from Victoria, another plane gets made and shipped.
That's crazy.
The logistics, they're bringing in parts from Ontario, from Kansas. They're doing some assembly in Calgary. They're building the wings and the cockpits here. They're doing final inspection. And they're selling them to China and Russia. And it's unbelievable, that this world-class organization exists anywhere, let alone here.
Yeah, and not only that, but I do know that the Twin Otter sets the benchmark for quality of planes, certainly any seaplanes, any planes that are used to fly in rural areas like Russia and northern Canada. It's as good as you can get.
Yeah, reliability and quality is what they compete on, right? So there are cheaper planes in the world, I'm sure, but
I don't want to be in that.
I don't want cheap laser eye surgery, and I don't want a cheap airplane ever. That's just a flat out. Those I gotta have standards, right?
Yeah, right.
I don't want cheap laser eye surgery on a cheap airplane.
No,
that's really doubling down on bad.
All right. Yeah. So can people check more about Viking Air on your website?
Yeah. So if they go to alwayscheckthebside.com, and we'll put something up there too about how to get involved with the Food Bank Challenge too.
Fantastic, Dan Gunn. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, guys.